Hey guys, this is Reviews and More back with another quick kitchen review item. This is for a sous vide cooker and basin that comes from Silvercrest, which is the store brand for Lidl. That is Lidl, sometimes pronounced Lidl. It's a German grocery store, and they have these center aisles that change based on the season, based on what's going on. So like you'll have a home improvement month, you'll have a month where they're doing a lot of cooking and grilling. I think this kind of goes along with the grilling side of things because the idea is you make sous vide steaks. And as always, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you find this review helpful. And also, please leave a comment for any reasons. If you're like, I didn't like this video, or I have a question about this, what's the top temperature? If I don't say it, it's 210. All that stuff. You can run through it. So it comes with some basic items. It comes with the basin, obviously a lid. It comes with a power cord, which is too short, by the way. It is much too short. It's only about maybe 3 feet long, 2 feet long maybe. So it's fairly short there. And it comes with the two little racks there, so you can put in the all the different parts. If you're cooking like a full meal, like you might have veggies, meat, and all the stuff put in there at the same time. And sous vide cooking, in case you don't know, is basically vacuum sealed cooking. So you take a vacuum sealer, which I also reviewed about, I don't know, 9 months ago. I'll throw the link up in the pinned comment so you can look at that. Same brand, same store. And today we're going to sous vide a steak, and the idea behind this is you vacuum seal the steak inside of a plastic container, just similar to how they do it like a grocery store, although that's not technically good enough to actually sous vide in because the glue on it can mess up. You vacuum seal it, it creates pressure, the liquid doesn't disperse, so if you cook it on like a grill, you're going to lose flavor because juices come out. This basically cooks everything inside of its own juices, which enhances the flavor, and you can add flavor to it by throwing in salt, butter in this case for a garlic butter filet mignons. But it's a really great way to cook a steak to make it really flavorful and also make it super tender. So this is a quick test of the actual item itself, followed by a demonstration of me cooking it and just showing how well it works. Most sous vide machines are all about the same. They do the same thing. They heat the water up. I will say this, the cord's too short for this one, and it takes a good while for the water to heat up. And I think that's more or less a function of the wattage and the fact that there's a large amount of water you put in these basins. It's kind of misleading because we think about how fast water boils on a burner, but also keep this in mind, a big pot of water takes long to boil, and this is a more controlled heating situation. So you just can't throw it on high and let it go until it boils and know it's fine. You don't want it to boil because it would make it too tough. So in this case, we're going to be setting the time to about a minute. Not time. We're going to be setting the temperature to 130 degrees, followed by a time period about an hour of cooking. It'll do this automatically. So what you do is you push that red button right there, hold it down for 2 seconds. There's the time changing buttons, there's temperature changing buttons, and there's a little play button to actually start the whole process. We're going to turn the sous vide cooker on. We're going to adjust the temperature first up to 130 degrees, and then we can adjust the time on the left-hand side. And it goes from, I believe, from 1 hour all the way up to 8 hours. So this is functionally also a slow cooker if you want to use it for that, because the basin is non-stick, although I personally would just use a crock pot for that and not mix your medias here. But once that water hits 130 degrees, that timer goes off and starts running. So this is kind of a cool situation because you can actually thaw things in here too. See, what I do is I'll actually shrink wrap a bunch of the, sorry, it's not shrink wrap. I will vacuum seal a bunch of different foods and throw them in the freezer. Well, they're frozen, and that's bad. You got to thaw them out. But this will effectively let you thaw it out, and then once the water gets to a certain temperature, then the time goes off. So basically, it'll thaw your stuff for you, and then it'll take care of it. These are already thawed. They're good to go. And what's great about sous vide, again, is it just keeps every bit of that flavor in there. It doesn't let the butter go anywhere. You saw 2 little pats of butter in there with salt and garlic. It just keeps it all in one place, which means all that flavor has no other place to go, and it should make it perfectly. Now, here's the thing. All sous vide cookers are about the same as far as what they do. If they're like a little stick model, what that does is it runs water through it to keep it at a set temperature. This is a basin. I think like it's a little more controlled this way. The disadvantage is you only have this basin to work with. With those stick-shaped sous vide cookers, those can handle different shapes of water containers. You can throw them on into any given pot and they'll work. So this is more like a gadget for a kitchen. Additionally, the other disadvantage, I'll say, it does take a while for this to heat up, but I think that's more of a function of just making sure that the temperature is controlled well. I would advise, if you're going to, when you fill the basin up, make sure the basin's very full. And this is really just a test to make sure that the temperature's right and that it does cook a steak. So this is set to 130 for an hour, and according to the instructions, This will give us the steak the way me and my wife like it, which is medium rare. So we're just going to go ahead and pop the lid off. It'll make a beep once it's done with that hour, and you'll pull everything out. It will be hot, so be careful. The maximum temperature on this thing is 210 degrees, so you can obviously go higher. I have done chicken since this video has been done, and it works great. Just follow the instructions, but it does take a while. So just keep that in mind. This is almost something in between slow cooking and grilling. So that's the range you're dealing with. It's not an 8-hour cook cycle, but for the chicken breast I had to cook recently, it was 2 hours. This was an hour. It's a time commitment. So this is not something that you do very fast, kind of on the fly. So just keep that in mind. And obviously be in a place where you can clean up. I was doing this in front of the camera, so I didn't want it all over my sink. And I'm just expecting the meat there. It will not brown the meat, obviously, because there's no flame or high heat to it. So but you can eat it like this. It's cooked. It's done once it hits this point. And from here on, you can just cook it on your own. However, because I like presentation, I'm going to go ahead and sear each side for 1 minute just to make sure everything looks right. And then we're going to just make sure it looks like it's medium rare. Spoiler, if you want to skip ahead, it looks medium rare. It's hot all the way through. It tasted delicious and tender. It was just, outside of like going to a nice steak restaurant, it was about as soft and just melt in your mouth kind of steak that I've ever made myself or really eaten out on the road. And that includes places like Ruth's Chris. I'm not saying it's better than Ruth's Chris, but for at-home steaks for $10 a pop, it's a pretty good deal. So I was very happy with it. And like I said, we've also done chicken with it. My next step is to do fish, because I like doing salmon. We're going to try that next. But based on the steak and the chicken outcomes, I have every expectation that it'll work great with the salmon. And you're just seeing me sear each side here. The last few minutes, I'm going to say the last 25 seconds or so, it's just me showing that the steak is in fact medium rare. You can adjust the temperature and time if you go into the instructions in the book. You just raise the temperature up, and that will cook the steak more within that hour time frame that it's set on the actual cooker. If you were to leave this in the cooker longer, it obviously will cook more thoroughly. But the idea is, the key thing here is that you want to keep the temperature set precisely. That way it won't overcook or undercook based on what you desire as the eater of the food. So here's just me searing it, and from there we can basically just say the review's effectively done. The last few seconds is just me checking to make sure that it is in fact medium rare, which is what we like. So it's a great item. It's from Lidl. It's the Sous Vide cooker. They also have the sticks. I haven't checked the stick style Sous Vide cooker, and I'm probably not going to because I have this. But the vacuum sealer works great. I'll put the link up for that as well in the pinned comment. And thanks for watching, guys. Again, like, subscribe to the channel if you find it helpful, and have a great day.